Hi guys, social media series past one. Today is on graphics and planning out your social media feed. Okay, so the first one was creating and curating and coaching your social media. Okay, so obviously that was like the start to it, and really thinking about, I'm gonna mute Joy. Thank you. And just really thinking about um, what I think. First of all, it's who are you? Who is Charity? Who is Aiko? Who is Christy? Um, who are you? What do you stand for? Right? Um, okay, who is your business? What is your business, right? Your doTERRA business. What does it stand for? What are you trying to create? What are you trying to accomplish? How do you envision your business being? Do you envision building this amazing team of leaders? And each of your leaders has their own vision, of course. And your vision is, holding classes and events and building this society community. It's not going to be the same for every business, But yeah. So, what is your business? What is your point? What is you? What do you see it being? And then deciding, are you doing one Instagram? Are you doing two? Because they will be different. If you do two, they have to be different, you know? Okay. After that, we looked at, your assignment was to look at your bio, adjust your bio, have your bio reflect your page, and explain, as you read the bio, it explains who you are, what you are, your whole page. And then, if you do a personal page and a business page, you can actually write in your bio at blank your business page, and someone can click on that and go to your page. So that's pretty cool. Also, any hashtags you want to include, you can put it in your bio, and that'll connect to unlocking like this whole feed of everything that's hashtagged to that. So adjusting your bio, knowing who you are, picking if you're doing one personal page with oils, or a personal page and an oils page, and then working on your bio. Really looking at what is there's so many people hopping on. Hi guys. Really looking at what the theme, what are your colors, right? We talked about colors. Are your colors more, I know Aiko mentioned white and gray, but you need a pop of color. I told you guys mine is, for my personal page, it's white, gray, and with like greenery and white marble, I would say. And then my business page is black, white, and gold, and greenery, and like some yellow tones in my photos, which led to how to take photos, product shots, and how to, sorry, I'm muting you guys if you're not muted, and how to product shots, flat shots, and then it was how to edit your photos. Who did their assignments? Taking some photos, editing some. I know some of you, so Michael's video is tough. It does take time, but I think baby steps, and I think just realizing and knowing what you want to do and thinking about it and getting your gears turning on your social media and your thoughts on your social media and planning your gears in your brain turning and planning out your social media, and you're moving towards the right direction, obviously, right? The direction that you want to go to. Again, your social media doesn't have to be amazing and perfect, but it's such a great tool to use in your business. So that's why it can be very important to make it beautiful and strategically planned. And what is the point of your Instagram? Is it more people? Do you want to grow your contact lists with customers? Right. Okay. So today, after all that, slowly work on it and it'll be fine. Since, after all that, then you can start to work on graphics. And then you can really, so with photos and graphics, I keep like a library today of what I and then I kind of put it in my planning. That way I have stock photo, like I have things on hand that I can use, but then if I want to take a new picture, I can, instead of like, oh, today I want to post this, and now I need to take a picture and blah, blah. It's like, oh my God, I feel overwhelmed. So if you can time block and take time, set time aside to take flat shots, set time aside to plan out the flat shots you want to take, and then take the flat shots, and then set time aside to plan out your product shots, and then do the product shots, and keep a library. Edit that, and then throw it into the app that you're going to plan out your social media. You're like golden, you know, you can do it. Okay, so today we're learning graphics. Who does anyone feel confident about graphics and the graphics that you? Does anyone make their own graphics? Courtney does. I love Courtney's graphics, and the thing about Courtney's graphics that I like is that it's her. She uses some of my graphics, but at the end of the day, she has her own style. So her graphics are completely different from mine. You know, love it. My graphics are available completely to you guys. You guys can screenshot it and use it, whatever you want. Even my product shots, I take all of them. You can use them. I own them. So go ahead. And then for some of the other things that I've taken from, they're usually just on doTERRA. So you can take those for sure. Okay. Graphics. Hi, Liv. I'm here. Liv just came home from school. Down here. Okay, so with graphics. Does anyone make their own graphics? I know Courtney. Is anyone confident in taking graphics or doing graphics, making graphics? No? Okay. Okay. So as far as graphics, something that I want to do as an exercise with you guys, what of the graphics that you've seen, what drew you to that graphic? What was it about that graphic? And graphics are like flyers, just to be clear. Graphics are posted on your story. They're posted in your feed sometimes. Of the graphics that you've seen, what did you like about it? Was it clear? Did you understand? Did you understand it? Did the point get across? And was there really a point for this graphic? Did this graphic make sense enough to create a graphic of it? And what would you change if you could change anything on that graphic? Okay, I'll show you this. Obviously, I made this graphic. But okay, so the point of it is that you guys are getting a schedule. Yes, I could have wrote it in an email, but to get you guys, I felt like to get you guys there and like just visually capture you, I wanted to create this pretty schedule. Okay. I put our team name here first, and the fact that it's about social media, and the team name is big and the social media part is a little bit smaller, but still part of the title, right? Under that, I made sure that the dates were first, because I want you guys to see that date and then put on your calendar right away and see the time, date and the time, and then the subject of the class. So there's a reason why I did it that way. Another thing I like to do is write the day of the week, because sometimes when you do just a date, people don't really remember, they'll get caught off guard or something. And then I always like to say the day of the week. And then you can write 5/11 or 5/14 or, you know, and because it's all in May, that's why I wrote 5/11. But normally, most of the time, I will write out the month as well. Friday, May 11th, and maybe the year. Then I have the time next, and then the subject. Do you guys feel like this is an easy to read graphic? It's easy to pull up, understand what it's about. It's pretty, and you're able to transfer the date and the time to your calendar right away. And then at the very bottom, I have my Zoom room. So you know it's going to be online and you know the number. Because sometimes when it's not on the invitation, it's like, oh, shoot, scrambling. Where is that link to join that class? Right? But remembering that this graphic was only for you guys. If I were to make a graphic like this of classes or whatever, I would not put my room number on there and put it out on social media. The reason why, where's my, can I show you another graphic? The reason why I do not put my Zoom number on a class invitation is because I don't want people logging on to my class, especially if I haven't talked to them. And if I haven't determined their level of interest and if they're not on my follow-up list, because people will come to your class and you won't know how to follow up with them. Okay? Plus, you're kind of, you know, usually we use our Zoom rooms for every class or whatever class or even conversations. And once you give that number out, people can log on whenever they want. Or whenever they see your next class, they're just going to log on. Not that people do that, but they could. So when I do an invitation that's just for you guys, of course I put my room number on there. But when I'm doing a class invitation that goes on social media out into the public, I always put DM me to RSVP. And that way, when they DM me, you guys, and they say, how can I join this class? I just had someone do that the other day. I said, hi, nice to meet you. What's your name? That way I'm like, okay, cool. Daisy, nice to meet you. I'm Ashley. I would love to know, do you know anything about oils? Have you used doTERRA before? That way I can kind of determine her level of interest, and then I can make sure that she's not on another team, and that she actually really can be a prospect on my list. And then I'm going to be like, okay, cool. Do you have any health concerns? Alrighty, well, I'll meet you in class, in Noel's class on Tuesday at noon. I'll send you a reminder the day before and the link to join. Okay, so here's my invitation, not my invitation, but like more like my flyer, right? On it, I have a title. This is for next week, you guys. I wanted to throw this out there now so that people can start booking, scheduling, and you guys can start inviting your people to this. Next week classes are pretty awesome. Next week's classes are pretty awesome. And of course, I'm going to put online classes first because these are classes online. And some people get confused of like, oh, I can't make it, you know, or I'm at work. And then it's like, okay, well, first of all, it's online. And second of all, it's during your lunch hour. You can log on. You don't have to listen. I mean, you don't have to show your face. You just have to listen. Okay, so online classes. And then I'm going to put week of May 21 because there's 3 classes in this list on the same week. And the reason why I do it weekly is because some people can't plan out their whole month, or some people get confused when you give them a bunch of different dates. So what I like to do is give them a week of the class schedule each week. This week's online classes, and hope that they can make it. I'm hoping that people make it a priority to come to a class, and that any class I put out, they're going to be like, hey, I'm going to make it there. No matter what, I'm going to make it there. I'm going to move my schedule around and make it there. But most people, right, they have their life planned out. And then they're like, oh, classes. Okay, yeah, I think I can pop that in there. So I like to release this every week. Looking at it, though, there are 3 classes this week. I put the day of the week, of course, first, and then the date, and then the time, and what it's about, and who it's with, in that order. The day of the week, the date, the time, and the kind of class that's happening. Okay. At the bottom, I put DM me to RSVP. Anyone chat? Let me see what you guys chatted. Been taking Charity. Been working on it. Oh, Christy, been working on it, but not finished yet. Charity, definitely thinking of it and strategizing. Awesome. Christy, been taking photos and editing, but haven't posted any yet. Darlene, thanks, Echo. Oh. And then Echo said, I personally like simplicity, so mine is super duper simple. That's awesome. The fact that you have identified simple is huge. Okay. You guys, I want to tell you, I haven't really been looking at your Instagrams, but the ones that I have seen, I can already see the difference. Naomi posted one this morning. I loved it. She held out her hand. You went hiking, you went to Diamond Head. It's such a clear photo. Can you guys see this? See this photo? It's such a clear photo. She's obviously outdoors, and I can see what she's using. I can see her products. I can see the label. It's this customized roller and a peppermint, doTERRA's peppermint touch. She held it out. You can tell she's in nature, and it's just a simple, beautiful photo. Then she moves into her caption, which is not too long, and it's very broken up, and it's very to the point. Hope you had an amazing hashtag Mama Day this past weekend. We took a hike with all 3 kids up to Diamond Head with baby Ha'ea in the Urkel. And then she explains it, explains the items, the products that she used. So good, Naomi. You can swipe right to see another photo, but I like that you kept your product shot first and then you like added in a lifestyle shot second. And then her caption isn't too long. It's pretty to the point, but it explains the product that she used, and she broke it up in paragraphs and added in some cute little emojis and then ended with some hashtags. Do you guys see that? Sorry, I should like put it on the screen, but I don't really know how right now. Cool. Good job, Naomi. Does anyone have a new one that they posted on their Instagram that you guys want to share? That's just the only one that I quickly saw. Have you guys seen Courtney's Instagram at hicourtney.eo? Follow her. Follow everybody. Follow each other. I love her feed. It's so to the point and beautiful and so cohesive and so her style. So definitely stick to your style for sure, you guys. Anyway, sorry, back to graphics. Love what you guys are doing. Back to graphics. So yeah, graphics. What is it saying? Do you need a graphic for this? Or can you verbally say something, or can you post a picture and say it in the caption? But when you want it visually captivating and you want people to kind of put things on their schedule, sometimes it's really awesome to do a graphic. That's why I do those. Is your graphic clear? Can people understand when, who, what, where, when? Can people understand those from seeing your graphic? Who, what, where, when? Who is it for? When is it? Write the date, the time. Where? Is it online or in person? You know, who is it for? Yeah, who, what, where, when. I feel like I'm just winging it, so I hope this is helpful. I wing everything, you guys. Okay. Obviously, I'm not an expert at graphics, but this is what I've learned. I've sent out a podcast that only to the qualifiers, but I really hope that you guys all look this one up. It is called All Rise Up, a podcast is supporting your doTERRA network marketing business. And she's in Australia. But this podcast is an interview of her when she hit Blue Diamond. And in here, she talks about, she has some amazing business advice, but she also talks about how she hit Blue Diamond so fast. And she goes, I've had these skills. I've been Blue Diamond in the making for 6 years. Yeah, I hit Blue Diamond in a year, but the skills I've been Blue Diamond in the making for 6 years. Everything that I've done in my past led me to be able to do this very quickly. So I'm gonna let you guys know, when I worked at San Lorenzo, I was pretty much thrown into every part of the business, like every part. And one major part is marketing, of course. I had to write out captions and see what works and what didn't work. I had to take flat shots and send it to corporate, and they would send it back to me and tell me to do it again. Okay, Liv. I had to make flyers. I had to do all sorts of things. So I'm okay with this. I'm not an expert, but I'm okay with this because I've had to do this before, and it's a skill that I've learned to do. So that's why I want to tell you guys, like, you won't be perfect. It's gonna take time. You're gonna build this skill, and it's gonna be awesome. as you even take your flat shots like this one, you know, just play around with it. See, move the bottles around and see what you feel balances the photo the most or whatever. And then, you know, kind of decide what graphics need to be posted in your feed and what needs to be posted in your story. So as far as story, the graphics and things that I post there is to get information out. Get that information out. People are always looking at your stories. They're always receiving it. So also kind of watch what you're putting in a story, I guess. Is it too much? Is it too little? Kind of, is it just right? Are people getting the who, what, when, where, why? Whether you're talking or whether you're posting a graphic, okay? Graphics are best in a story. I wouldn't put graphics in your feed, honestly, unless it's something that really has this like major purpose, and you really want it to stay on your feed, so people go on your page, they see that graphic. I'm going to show you this one. This one is a graphic, right? Most of my feed is not a graphic, but this one is, because these are the top 10 essential oils, and I would really love for customers, prospects, anyone to come on my page and see how you can use the top 10 oils, because I'm constantly talking about these oils. I use these oils in my Gold Drop blends. I talk about these oils in classes, right, and in membership overviews, and so they can always go back to this and snapshot it or see how to use it. And as far as new people coming to my page, they're going to see how easy it is to use these top 10 oils. And then when I talk about it in a one-on-one or a class, they're going to be like, okay, I've heard about those top 10 oils before, right? How many times does it take for someone to understand something and when they need to see it a few times? See it, hear it, speak it. Even when you're learning about something in school, the teacher tells you about it, but also probably has a visual up. And you read about it in your homework, and then you talk about it, or you write questions about it or answers about it, right? So that's the point of this one, is like, I definitely want people to see this, get in their brain, use our top 10 oils efficiently, effectively, and all that. Okay, so I wouldn't put graphics in your feed unless you absolutely want to have a big point like that. Otherwise, I would put graphics in your story. May promotion, I took a photo of the May promotion, okay? And then in the caption, I wrote what the promo is, but not very like, this month, free, like not like that. It was just very like, May is all about natural cleaning. Can you see that? The first sentence, May is all about natural cleaning. I love this month's promo. Any 200 PV order gets all of this for free. On Guard Natural Whitening Toothpaste, Wild Orange Oil, On Guard Oil, and On Guard Hand Sanitizing Mist. I mentioned in my story the other day, but while I was on vacay, the May promotion was announced, and I had all 4 of these products with me, which shows how important these everyday items are. And then when you swipe, I also have a photo of the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, which is 10% off, and the Rosemary. So I explained it down here. The 10% off product is On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, which you can use to clean your house, wash your dishes, stain remover, and bubble bath. Then the free product of the month is Rosemary. That is only available to those who are on LRP with the wholesale membership. #exclusive club. Message me for more info on how to get it, all of this and more. Okay, so kind of like when to do a graphic in your feed and when you can write about something in your caption and post a really cool, captivating product shot or photo of like a sunset, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty. I would love for you guys to share the apps that you use for graphics. I will be sharing mine as well. Let me read comments. It's beautiful, love it, yay. I wrote so good, but see, you can't just do it now. After being on IG for years, how do you change it all of a sudden? It feels too unnatural and weird for me. Again, slow process, baby steps. I goes on the phone network though, but I'll write it in the comments. Slow process, baby steps. And that's okay. It kind of shows how you're progressing, right? How your business is progressing and how you're giving care to your social media a little bit more when like people will see how it has been and now like, oh wow, your social media is getting better. I've actually had people say that to me. So people notice, especially because you're doing this as a business. And as you get better and better, they're like, wow, you are really in this. Like, this is your business and you're, you know, you're really working on this. I'm really loving what you're putting out there in your social media. And they will be even more attracted to you because they see how serious you are when you put care into your social media. And you will start to also attract new customers and new followers and yeah. Okay. Leah wrote, very true. How do we slowly change or just go full blast and change it all? No, slowly change for sure. Just start. Just start and just slowly do it. Okay. The graphic app that I use, I've told you guys before, but I use Spark Post. The reason why is because when you make graphics, it saves in a library. And I found it so hard to make a graphic and I spelled something wrong and I went back to the app and I had to redo the whole graphic because it starts from scratch. So Adobe Spark Post saves your graphics in a library. So I can always select that graphic and edit it and then save that. Okay. It also has in the very beginning templates. So see the layout of this one? I didn't create that layout. I got it from their library. And then I kind of tweaked it to how I liked it. They have a whole library here and you can kind of choose the ones that jump out at you and then edit it and make it your own. Another great part is the fact that I create this one and then I'll create this one. And this size is Instagram story size. It lets you choose what size you need. There's all types. I had no idea. There's a Facebook story size. There's Instagram portrait, Instagram square, Instagram story. It's like, okay, it's so nuts. Okay, so I do Instagram story, obviously, for graphics. But I can click on the button that says duplicate. When it duplicates, I will resize it to have an Instagram size, Instagram post size. So then in my library, see how I have two? And I can adjust each however way I want, and then I always have two sizes of the same graphic. And as next week's classes come, I'll pull up the same graphic, and then all I do is adjust the wording. I'm all about efficiency and easiness, so I like that this is just ready in here for me, the library. It saves my graphics, and I just adjust it. I don't know if you've seen this one before, my 30-minute one. I post it all the time. I've also evaluated my graphics. Okay, so if I feel like when this pops up on my story and it says 30-minute appointments available, DM me to book, right? That's what it used to say. I'm thinking to myself, what is getting received by the customer? Are they understanding, like, what is this 30-minute appointment about? What the heck? You know, why would I want to book a 30-minute appointment with her? So I added on here 30-minute personal appointments available. Let's talk about your health goals and go over any questions you may have. DM me to book. So when they read that, they kind of understand what a 30-minute appointment is about and why they would want to schedule that with me. Of course, when people are messaging me like, hey, I was wondering, what would you use for this? I remember you posted this about pregnancy. What would you use? How do you make your rollers again? And then I'm like, I'll throw in the 30-minute appointment because we don't have time to be messaging people back and forth, you guys. And our knowledge is very special. And so we definitely want to share that knowledge and time for our customers. And if someone messaged me last week and it was like, hey, I was wondering what you use for this. This is my health concerns. I really want to know more about oils. In the past, I would go back and forth in messages and spend days. Like the conversation would like overspan days, right? And finally, I was just like, thank you so much for sharing with me your health concerns. I want to take that and give you 30 minutes of my undivided time. I have 2 kids at home with me. let's take that time to like really just talk about your goals, and I'll go over any other questions you may have. And then they're like, oh, that makes sense. Yes. So I no longer answer questions in a message. I'll just kind of gather information and then be like, let's do a phone call. Even when people are like, oh, I remember I saw that you posted this about your blends, pregnancy blends. What did you use again? And I'm like, okay, I use this book. You know, I used these couple blends, but really, like, I can talk to you about this in a 30-minute appointment. Do you already have a doTERRA account and a wellness advocate who supports you? And then she actually told me yes. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, contact her. Our time is precious, you guys. Alrighty. So again, Adobe Spark Post saves your library of graphics, and you can always adjust it. I really like the designs that they have and the way you can design your graphic, and you can always use your own photos and input your own photos in these graphics as well. What else? Oh, there's this other, okay, I told you guys this one too, a design kit. The reason why I use this one is I use the backgrounds instead of using one of the backgrounds on Instagram. I use a background that's specific to my Instagram, because you know the backgrounds that they have with the different gradients of color, like the ombre of colors, and then you can type in text and it's their font. Pretty much anyone can use that, right? And so when someone sees, I use the same background and a design kit, there's all these awesome backgrounds. I use the white marble background. So when someone sees text on their feed, on their story, of a white marble background with words, and I'm talking about, hey, just wanted to share with you guys today something that I used on my kids. And then the next one, I'll use the same background with new words. Liv had a stuffy nose and kept waking up. She woke up about 3 times last night. And then I'll post a next one would be maybe like the picture of Breathe. And then I'll go back to the text and I'll explain, put 3 drops in the diffuser, and I put Breathe Vapor Rub Stick on her chest and got her back to sleep. You know, so when I'm doing words and text, I'm going to use the same white marble background, because while everyone's scrolling through people's stories and they could see the same background, when they get to mine, they know that that's Gold Drop Society's. It's that kind of like psychological thing, I guess you could say. When someone sees your background, they know that that's you, or they know that it's going to be talking about oils. A little crazy, but you know. So you can also choose the different sizes. So I'm going to select Story, and it has brushes and text and other end designs as well. But I like that it has these metallic letters. I like metallic wording. So beautiful. Like this rose gold one, and they have gold and they have silver. Prettiness. Okay. One other thing that I use that's super easy and simple, like, I'm sorry, but I will not spend all day on a graphic. Don't do it. We have only so many hours in the day, and we have to spend our time in pipes, right? So we can't spend 10 hours in just graphics. Doesn't make sense. Will not help our business grow. So I go to paperlesspost.com, and I clicked on wedding. Okay, so my page is Gold Drop Society, right? So obviously everything's gonna be gold. I'm gonna click on wedding and go to gold and metallic, and it's gonna give me these options. And I'm like, okay, you know, what is it? Something so simple, a heart. I'm gonna click that and maybe change the text or whatever. Log in with Facebook. And with this, I don't know, I'm like trying to think of what's a good example to write in the heart. Basically, write whatever you want. It's actually, and then in order to take this graphic, I just move my mouse on the side, and on my keyboard, I'm going to click on Command Shift 4, right? Screenshot. I screenshot this, and there's my graphic. So I actually did that with this one. This is from paperlesspost.com. I clicked on the template that I liked, typed in my wording, remembering my who, what, when, where, why. writing my day of the week first and my date, and then screenshotting this. And I get this beautiful graphic. Took me 2 seconds. Then I have it on my dashboard on my laptop. On my laptop, I have my iMessage set up. So if I need to get that graphic on my phone to text you guys or put it in my on my social media, I'll drag it, I'll text it to myself, save it to my iPhotos, and then I'll upload it on my Instagram. Or if I made it on my phone, I'll text it to myself, drag it onto my desktop, and then email it to you guys. So I just move everything very smoothly. Figure out what you need to do to be efficient in life. Screenshot is Command-Shift-4, yes. Okay, that's graphics. Does anyone have any questions? I want to show you guys this graphic that I made. Let's see, this one. See that one? That backdrop, the picture, I took that picture. Just go outside or whatever. Okay, whatever your pages are about, right? I told you guys I love greenery, and most of my graphics are gold and green and white. I went outside and I took my kids on a walk, and I just took pictures of greenery around. So to make this graphic, I took this photo and then put it as a backdrop, and then put words on top of it. Same with this one. I made this photo, I took this photo, and then I went in with my kids on a walk, and then I added the words in. So I know a lot of us are multitasking moms. Some of us have kids at home right now. Take your kids on a walk, take some photos outside, keep that, and then when you actually have time to sit down and do a graphic, you have some stock photos there. And you can be present with your child while you're taking them on a walk. I'm all about being present. Okay, that's graphics. And then the last part we're going to talk about is how to plan out your feed. So what we did was identify our Instagram, take some flat shots and product shots. We edited them how we want them. We created some graphics. Now what? How do we make our feed cohesive? How do we make our feed look like how we want it to? How do we plan it out without posting a photo and then looking how it looks and deleting it and then posting a different photo? And there's a bunch of different apps. Planoly is one. Planoly. I've used a few, but my favorite is Mosaico. And type it in the chat. Mosaico. The reason why you can, well, it's not free. I think it's like $6.99. You can use Planoly. If you have one account, you can use any social media planning app. But because I have two, and I don't like to log in and log out and log in and log out, Mosaico allows you to add more than one account. So on my Mosaico, I have my personal account, and then I have my GoDrop. And I have the feed. So my current feed ends here on this picture. But all the flat shots that I've taken and product shots that I've taken that I've already, that I've already edited to match my kind of like my yellow theme, then I'll put it in my feed, on my Mosaico feed, and I'll move my squares around until I like the way that it is. But then I'll also remember what I want to post as far as like what are my pillars. So if this week I need to post something that I like in my office, I'm going to look at one of the photos that I like in my office, that have my office that I can talk about, or I'm going to quickly take a photo. But the fact is that I already have stock photos on hand that are already edited to the way that it's going to match my feed. And so if there isn't something here, then I can take a quick second to snapshot a photo. But not every single post, I'm like, oh shoot, I have to take a picture. I have these stock photos that are ready. So again, I took these pictures and then I edited them to match my feed so that all I'm doing is putting them in this plan. And when I need to post, I'm moving my squares around so it looks cohesive on however I want to do it. And from here, I can upload it. I type my caption in the notes. And remember in the very first social media series one, Ilikia was like, you cannot wing your caption. You can't do it. You can't go on Instagram, click the photo that you want to upload and type your caption. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it does, but if you want to be strategic about it and really think about and really think about what you're writing in the caption, proofread it, make sure you're breaking it up. Your first sentence is awesome. Your hashtags are on the bottom. Do it in your notes and then copy and paste it. You can copy and paste it into Mosaico if you want. When I click on a photo, I can write the caption. And then when I'm ready to post, I'm gonna upload it from there. And it's gonna connect to my Instagram and already upload that photo for me. And I'm gonna copy and paste my caption. Then I just click on this one and I move to my other Instagram. And then I can plan out that one as well. Okay. As far as cohesiveness, how do I explain cohesiveness? Kind of just have to have an eye for it, I guess you could say. But if there were any, if she's sleeping, you're gonna wake her up if you play with her, okay? I guess if I could give any tips on how to plan out your feed, obviously, like not too many graphics together. If you do post graphics, break up your photos of people, not too many people on a row. Do like a product or do like a scenery photo or a picture of a beautiful flower that you like. Okay. Please don't wake her up, okay? Here, let's put my feet again. You're okay. Okay. So see how this? It has a product and then a graphic and then a photo of a person. Okay. A photo of a person and then some Go Drop Society rollers. And then a photo of like people but far away. And then photo of people a little bit closer up. And then maybe like this cool boomerang. And then a product shot and then a graphic. And then a product shot. And another product shot, but a different background, a different type of look. And then people. So just kind of balance it out with people and photos and graphics and products. And I think you're golden. Yes. Anybody have any questions? Does it post that day or do you schedule it on a day at a time? I don't know how to schedule it, to be honest, but I have a social media calendar that Ilikia helps me make. And she looked through my insights on my Instagram on each page, and she wrote out which days to post, help me plan out what I'm gonna post and what time to post. So I just look at my schedule it's on my wall here. I'm like, okay, something I've got, something that I'm posting today on Gold Drop, something that I love in my office, and I have to post it from 8 o'clock to 8:30 a.m. Whoops, I missed that one. Shit. I missed the 8 to 8:30, but yeah, so you want to kind of post in the time of highest engagement on the day of highest engagement on your account. I carry it over from Mosaico. There's a button that says post now, and it'll take the photo to Instagram. And then all I'm doing is copy and pasting my caption from my notes into the thing. And I'm tagging people, adjusting my hashtags, anything, the location, and then I'm posting it. I'm sending my post from Mosaico to IG. Yep. But on the time that I do it. I think you can plan it. I think you can schedule them. Anyone have any other questions? If you want someone to kind of help you and question you and like make your gears turn, contact Ilikea. Did she send her email? ilikeafergie@gmail.com, I believe. She can give you a quote of how much it's going to cost, and you can just tell her exactly what you want. You don't have to choose a whole package, you know? So that's what I really love about her. She's going to sit down with you and ask you what your business is about, ask you what your page is about, and help you write your biography, help you determine your 6 pillars of what yourself and your business is about. And then she'll make your highlights and give you feedback, and help you. She makes me a social media schedule for the whole month. So it's very personal. And I love that she offers that because I don't think anyone else does. Yeah. I'm like, yes. So the skills that I've learned in social media is a lot from San Lorenzo. It's crazy. Crazy how, like, we all know this though, like your past, whatever you've been doing and your current jobs, really remember the skills that you've learned there because that's going to make you successful in your whole life. Awesome. The skills and the lessons you've learned from all your previous jobs, right? Okay. If you guys don't have anything else, that is the end of social media series with Gold Drop. So excited. Glad you guys all showed up. If anything, I'll probably just do more, maybe a little bit more in depth. I did buy a program. I bought this program of this girl who like explains how to do flat shots even deeper, like deeper going into how to create flat shots. And I know Noelle might do a little bit of social media month and just to kind of think of other things, and get a little bit deeper into what you're trying to create on social media. Okay? Yay. Thanks, you guys. I'll send the recording. Have a good day.